Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where things have been falling apart a little bit. And also I wanted to address the fact that we did make this change up here, right? And I had mentioned this last episode, that Macedon was going to take these guys. I will do something about that once we get this all under control. It's just that this fundamentally broke the game when that happened. So the plan here is that once we get these rebellions, specifically this war, under control, this will go to Macedon, because they should control that. Just this location. But that breaks things right now, so we can't give it to them for the moment. We will get that fixed later, though. Okay, so let's take a look at what we've got going on here. Now, Daru. So Daru is these guys down here. There's not a lot to be done there right now. What I feel like we need to do is just make our way through this and piece them out one little bit at a time. So we've got these guys out over here. The main problem with this is all fully occupied, but we need to get Napata under our control. So that means that this force needs to finish what they're doing. These guys are currently heading out here, and I think that's fine for the moment. So we just lost a siege up over this direction. That's reasonably expected. We're going to need a governor here and a governor... Oh, we don't control this province. Sure. We have some units lacking a commander here. One of them is this levy. Okay, sure. Let's just get this all under control for now, and I want these guys to head up to here. So we're going to get Ball under our control pretty soon here. As far as Olby over here goes, I definitely want to come around over here and start a siege. And we just lost the siege of Mariaiba. Okay, yeah, that's this down over here. That is absolutely expected. So for the moment, that is fine. We need to get this siege won. Okay, that's beautiful. So this is going to be capable very shortly. Noted. I'm thinking about any other areas that we need to go, like down here. Okay, let's force march our way down there. That'll be fine. So this is going to be Tishtriana. We also just won the siege of Mediana. That's a fairly big deal as well. So let's get these guys up over to here, but I don't... yeah, we do need to handle that. We also just won this siege, which is also a big deal. So let's get this taken back. And yes, I am worried about our finances. No doubt about that. Okay, so Tishtriana. What war are they part of? This one. Okay, so we've got Tishtriana here, and we want to take their stuff, right? We want to take all of this. So this is not currently available until 1 July 928. Okay, that's very rude. Well, what else is in this war? So that is this one here, right? So we've got Sigria, that's these guys. Tishtriana and Moynak. Ah, up over here. Okay, so that is certainly awkward, no doubt about that. Let's get in over here, eliminate these guys, and yeah, this is occupied by us. So we've got these that needs to be taken care of, right? And there's all of this down here. Okay, so at this point, Moynak is awkward for us. I want this force to head out over here then, because we're going to need to get up here and take care of that. Okay. Now, down over this direction, Central Delta is a thing that exists. So if we look at Central Delta here, they're at very low. We might be able to do something here. So let's take a look. Central Delta is, I think, these guys. Yes. So they have 11 reasons to not accept that. What if we just made them our vassal? That they'd accept. I'm going to do that. That seems fine for now. I want these guys to have to restart their siege. Okay, so this siege is over. Let's head over. Actually, let's head here and get that siege done. Okay, so we're making progress on a lot of these things right now. That's great. So Ammon is occupied by us. I'm wondering if we can vassalize them. Yes. Done. So these are becoming client states. We're going to have to reintegrate them. But for the moment, that's understood. So there's Memphis down here, and this is, I believe, still fighting. Yeah, they fairly recently rebelled. That's understood. So we need to handle a number of these, right? So we've got this war, we've got this war. Unfortunately, these guys, they are not making the finest progress over here. We're having awkward rolls there. We're winning this battle. We just lost this siege, but we just won another siege. I'm not sure where that siege was. I clicked the wrong button, but that's okay for now. Okay, so we're sending a force down over here for the moment. Battle of Warthan up here. Yes, that's expected. Okay, so we're going to get this all under control, in theory. I really, really want this siege to succeed. That would be nice. Okay, so we won a battle up here again. Siege of Kuru. Okay, this finally ended. I'm going to hire these guys. They're going to walk down here and go on to unit reorg. I guess we need to do it this way. They need to not be exiled. Okay. So these guys, they're going to start up a siege right up over here in Napata. We need to get Napata taken care of. So that's fine. I want these guys to come up to here. So this is going to be Khartoum. Understood. There's some awkwardness out over here, but we're working on getting these dealt with. Okay, so Axum. Axum is fully occupied. What war are they part of? Is that this one? No. Is that this one? This one? This one? I don't know what war Axum is part of. It's this one. Okay. So they're in here somewhere. Now, where is Axum? Here they are. Okay. So at this point, I would love to take their territory. This up here is not occupied. Right. We're working on that. So we're going to get that done shortly. We're victorious out over here. Noted. So we need these guys to come in over here. We're going to exit Force March, and we're going to get that back under control shortly. Okay, so these guys need to be on unit reorg, but they can't be at this moment. So the idea here is we're going to use them to relieve here. We will not negotiate with slaves. So there's a slave revolt occurring, and we're not surprised about that. So Khartoum is auto-capping. That is now done. So we need to get Khartoum out of this war. That's these guys here. We should be able to annex that, I think. Okay, so Khartoum. Where are you? I thought I saw it there. Here. They would accept this. Excellent. So we're going to re-annex that. There we go. Khartoum, back under control. Next up is going to be Axum. We just won a siege out over here. That's beautiful. We need to now come over here and prevent these guys from sieging here. And we just won a battle up this way as well. Looking good. Okay, so far, so good. We've had to make a lot of these into client states, but that's not the end of the world. Okay, so there's that dealt with. Now we're going to head up here. This is all going to auto-cap. We just lost a siege up here. Zood and Sporades. Okay, noted. So, oh, there's a bunch of Axum down over here. I didn't realize that. That's noted. Okay, in that case, I'm going to send these mercs down over this direction. It'll take them a while to get there, so they'll be able to regenerate a bunch of that. We just stack wiped somebody out over here. That's good. We're going to continue to push them out of there. Beautiful. So we've got this territory under control right now. I would love to get this taken, right? So I think we're going to head up over here for the moment. And we're starting up a siege out this way. So Axum has territory out here. Zood has all of this. So that's noted for the moment. We're definitely going to need to do something about that. A 29k stack of mercenaries here with no morale. Nice. Beautiful. So that's dealt with. Okay. So far, so good. Now, we've got more of this that we need to handle, right? So next up, I would very much like to look at some of these. So Tishtriana, let's see if we can piece them out just yet. Yes, we can. Beautiful. So let's do that. There we go. That's dealt with. Next, we've got Moynak. Now that's these guys up here. This is auto-capping at this moment, so let's give this a moment. Let the auto cap complete. Okay, so Armenian Neudi, noted. It's not surprising that this is continuing to happen, to be clear. Okay, this is going to be a big mess to clean up once we get this done. This is going to be a huge mess, in fact. So this is looking good. Siege of Napata is 1. That's big. Okay, so that is really, 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 really big there. We're going to have these guys head on down this way. I actually want them to join up here because these guys are heading north. So that's fine for now. We will deal with that. We are sieging here. That looks good. And we've got this relatively cleaned up. This is not occupied by us. Okay, they did manage to unsiege that. Noted. So for now, that's fine. We're at 100% here. So let's sue for peace, and we're going to take all of their everything, like this. This war is over. So that's back under our control. Beautiful. So no aggressive expansion there. I want to check in on diplomacy map mode up over here. Yeah, that seems relatively fine. Okay, so with that in mind, then we can bring these guys down here. That's exactly what they're going to do. So they're force marching down. We have a lot that we need to do. We do have this civil war brewing, and we do need to deal with that. So let's make sure we have a scorned family member in here, and this levy we can put in a scorned family member for as well. And then we've got another levy here, another scorned family, this guy. So there's still some scorned families going on here. That's understood. The next problem here is going to be Meir Hakani. Okay, so that is going to be someone over here. This guy? No. This guy. Well, his power base is fairly high. His loyal veterans are not a huge amount of that. He's at 0 loyalty right now. Character, culture, happiness. Okay, well, I mean, yeah. Indeed. So he's the primary issue here. And then we've also got Shimei Hyrkanos. So that is this guy. This guy is easy enough. We can bribe him. We can give him free hands. No problem there. But this guy, he's going to be a bit of an issue. I'm going to grant him stipends, but I'm not happy about that. And that only brings him up to 10 loyalty. We cannot bribe him until 929. He doesn't have an office, so we can't give him free hands. Okay. I think we should give him an office then. So that would be... We could, like, replace him here. He wouldn't be very good at it, to be clear. But we would be able to put in someone... Where is he in this? He is the legate right now. Okay. Legate of what? Let's find out here. So these are our controlled armies here. He is currently in charge of something, in theory. Wait, no, he's a legate, not a deployed tribune. Interesting. So he holds no office, but he is a legate, huh? Fascinating. So he's our primary issue right now. We would definitely like to change this a little bit. We're going to have more rebellions brewing up. That's understood. But we could definitely go with O Hyrkanos, which is going to be in here somewhere. This guy. Okay, so his primary issue is character, culture, happiness. I mean, culture happiness is going to be really, really low across the board right now. There's not a lot we can do about that. So we're 7 months away from the Civil War right now, right? And I want these guys to make their way out to here. And I'd like these guys to make their way out to here for now. So I would like to get Baal and Arvad under control. So let's see what we've got here. We can sue for peace with Arvad, and they would accept this. Beautiful. Okay. And then we've got Ball up over here. So that is, I think, someone in this list. It should be in this rebellion, right? Yeah, here they are. So we would take their territory up here. Oh, we can't actually do that. So we're going to have to reset this, and we're going to have to make them be a client state. Okay, so that's dealt with. So then we've got more things in this list, of course. But Napata should be fully under control right now. It's not quite. Okay. Well, we'll need that to flip over here. And then there's also Kuruhu here. Yeah, we've got a couple more of these. That's not surprising. Okay, so Kuru. Are you in this war? Yes, you are. So we'll sue for peace for Napata first. So that would be these guys. 1 December? Okay, so we can't actually force them out of this war, but we can just do it this way. This is not occupied? Oh, right, we need this siege. Okay, so that's fine. This civil war, we still need to work with. No doubt about that. So this is brewing up, and the question is, what can we do about Meir here? Well, there's some people like... not you. There's some people in here that we could work on. So Obadiah Hyrcanos is definitely in here. That's this guy. We brought him up to 20. So there's not a lot that we can do here because of the culture happinesses, right? Cultures are very unhappy because of the plague. So there's not much that we can do about that at this time. So next up would be Mayor Davidite, which would be... that's Marta Davidite. Mayor. Right here. Okay, so we can bribe you. That's fine. So that brings us down to 22.3. The main problem is Mayor Hakani, and there's not much that we can do about this guy. We could grant him a holding, I suppose. I really don't like doing this. This has frozen the game. Imperator? There we go. That took a long time. So he just gained 5 loyalty for that. We can continue granting him holdings. We need to get this guy loyal. So this is going to end up being like 3 or 4 of these that we're going to have to give him. And this is very laggy. Wow. Okay. I guess it has to like compile a list of every single one of our provinces. That's going to take a while. Okay. But we can't afford a civil war at the same time as we've got this essentially civil war already happening. That's not going to be a thing. So let's bring this guy up again. This one's going to get him to 25. Eventually. This is very, very laggy. But apparently this will work. So we'll just continue to grant this guy holdings. And we're running out of money, too. Money is an issue, for sure. So we'll grant another holding over here, Asdara. That seems fine. Any moment now. There you go. And we'll grant another one. This is going to bring him up to 35. So this will make him loyal enough for now. In theory. Okay, so there we go. Kamana Hieropolis. That'll be okay. So that'll get finished up for the moment. That will put him up high enough to be relatively loyal. There we go. He's still only 30? That's interesting. I expected him to be at 35 there. I guess we'll grant him one more? I guess. Okay. So one more going in here. There we go. Tyrieon. That'll be fine. And surely that'll bring him to 35, right? Unless he's capped. I don't think there's a cap to this, though. Maybe there is. He's still at 30. Yeah, that must be capped at 20. Okay. So there's not much else that we can do to bring up his loyalty at this time. When can we bribe him again? Not for a while. He's an outraged family. Noted. So what else can we do here? We could bring him to trial, but that's probably not going to work. We can try to make friends with him. It's an option. Not a great option, but it does exist. The other thing that we can do is we could try to deal with the fact that he's a scorned family. So we could come in over here to our offices. And we could replace, like, this guy. Oh, he's too disloyal. We can bribe him. And then replace him with someone who's from this family. So that's a Davidite. I don't care about Davidites right now. Osai, I don't care about that either. Here we go. That's more like it. Okay, so now this guy's at 35.9. He is now loyal because his family is no longer scorned. Okay, so that changes things very little with the Civil War. Noted. There's just a lot of really little guys here. So let's check a Heise Davidite. So that is going to be this guy. We can bribe him. That'll make him loyal. We're now down to 12.92. That was a lot. Okay. Next up would be Nate Zadoki, and that would be this jerk here. We'll bribe him. There we go. That puts us at 11.41. Now to Bay Davidite. That's this guy. He is very upset. We're probably not going to do much with him. So next up would be Nate Yanai, which would be this guy. We can bribe him, no problem. That puts us at 10.23. And then Yoel Davidite. That would be this guy. We could bribe him and give him free hands. Okay. No more do we have a civil war brewing. Beautiful. So next up, we are going to need to continue to work our way through this, right? So this territory out over here, we need to wait for this siege to finish. That's all we need here. But at least we no longer have a civil war brewing. We have other problems, like we're about to run out of money, but we don't have a civil war brewing at least. So we're going to give this guy 250 gold of our personal wealth. This is not coming from our national chest, so that's good. This is out over here. Noted. We should just force march these guys over to here. There we go. I'm wondering if Lycia would be willing to exit, but we'll come back to that. Okay, so Eastern Desert, we need to come in over here, right? And we're victorious out here. Excellent. That siege is proceeding. Disaster. Okay, so this person may be dying. That's fine. We lost the Siege of Axum, but we also won this siege. So that looks good. The Siege of Axum being lost is not super shocking. Oh, wow. Are we rolling badly here? Not tremendously. I think it's just the mercs. Okay. We're going to have to retreat from here for the moment. And these guys are going to be a bit of a problem. We're going to have to get morale up here. Morale is plenty high over here. But these guys, they are... Okay, the veterans on the payroll of the Canny family have been disbanded. That's very good. These guys here, they're going to need to go onto unit reorg, for sure. So we won a battle out over here again. And this is occupied. Okay, beautiful. So, if we sue for peace here, we can take all of their stuff, and this is absolutely fantastic. So let's do that. Why are we at 50 AE right now? Okay. I don't know how that happened. That must have been one of the peace deals that we took. Interesting. So these guys, they are going to need to make their way onto friendly territory out over here. I'm going to send them all the way up over here. And we need to get Kuru out of this war as well. So let's come in here. Kuru. Done. Okay, so that's absolutely fine. We're taking these guys northward for the moment. They need to recover. And there are probably more that we can piece out here. So we need to start going, we need to just go through all of these with the game paused and see how many of these are willing to just piece out and become client states, right? We have too many active relations, which is going to be very problematic, obviously, but we're going to get them integrated, and the integration should theoretically go pretty quickly. I think, hopefully. That would be ideal. But we definitely have a lot more mess to do. However, the risk of rebellion, this seems to be slowing down. We're still dealing with plague in a lot of inland areas. Like we can see here, we've got the plague epidemic for another roughly year and a half. So that's going to keep going for a while, but eventually this will be over. And we'll be able to put this behind us, put the pieces back together, and rebuild. That's going to take a while. But as we get these guys done, they are actually joining us, and the tide is turning. So that's looking good. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGar, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.